I've been talking with Chicago author, well, really Quad Cities author, Leslie Langtry. Leslie, how would you characterize your books? You have 3 series. They're all wacky, fun, but your books are kind of hard to pigeonhole, like romance, suspense, dark humor, cozy mystery. How do you characterize?
That's a very good question. In fact, my first publisher had a real hard time.
What do I do with this
shelf
book?
do we put them on? And I think of it more as cozy comedies, kind of. Then there's a little bit of romance in it, and there's some action. But I love cozy mystery. I love humor, so to me, that's more where it lies than in romance or anything else.
So you created a family of assassins that are likable, and I think you preceded the Americans. So how did you come up with this idea for characters to start your writing career?
That is a good question, because I was writing something else at the time. And my critique group was like, well, we like it, we don't love it. And then I had this dream about this middle-aged soccer mom assassin named Jin Bombay, and I woke up and just started writing it because she wouldn't shut up inside my head. So I wrote the whole first chapter, took it to my critique group, and they said, this is it. And I was able to sell it to a publisher in New York in 8 months. So very excited about this 10th year anniversary of Excuse Me While I Kill This Guy. So.
And that's just like the greatest title ever. Just like, excuse me, I've got to kill this guy, and then we'll get back to what we were doing. Jin Bombay, what a great name. I expected it to be about Indian Americans.
Yes, and I get that a lot, actually, but they're not. They originally started out in Greece, 2000 BCE. And no, I don't know how the name popped into my head, but it's short for Virginia, and every Bombay has a place name. So each book is a different cousin in the family. So her brother Dakota Bombay, and her cousin Missy, who's really Mississippi Bombay, and her cousin Coney Island Bombay, who's really Psy. And so, yeah, I don't know where that came from either. Just somewhere in here.
You've got that series, and you've got another series which Mary Rath, who is, I kind of took this as like a Valerie Plame type situation, CIA operative who's outed by someone with a political axe to grind. And now she's just a Girl Scout troop leader who keeps finding herself in the middle of international plots.
Right. She's Mary Rath, who is accidentally outed by the Vice President of the United States. And I did, based on the Valerie Plame thing, because it was such a unique situation. And I thought, what happens if she has to go back to small town Iowa? Who's there, Iowa? Because Iowa has a funny way of naming cities. And she doesn't have a job. And so she joins this Girl Scout troop and becomes the leader of the Girl Scout troop. And terrorists start showing up in this small town, dropping dead around her. And she also has this Girl Scout troop to deal with. And I was a Girl Scout leader for 10 years, so a lot of the stories in there are true.
You're you make a point of letting the girls be viewed as intelligent and cunning, and you really are uplifting to that generation.
Yes, yes.
Can we talk about them when we come back? Because
absolutely.
I love the Girl Scout angle.